Alright, SpeedGaming fans, welcome back to another one of our 1v1 Super Metroid and Link to the Past combo randomizer races. Today we have a Group X winner-take-all match between JaggerG and Eykir, a rematch from a match they had about a week or so ago. I'll be joined here momentarily by Angels. They are having a few technical issues, but that's nothing we can't handle here. And our runners should be getting started any moment now. So just relax, sit back, and have fun as we race two of the most random games in the Super Nintendo library. Yeah, when you race a randomizer, both players are playing the same seed. They're going to find items in the same place, but not necessarily at the same time. So it's very easy for one person to find an item that they might think leads them one place, and the other runner might go in the complete opposite direction. Of course, we will notice they're going to start in Super Metroid, but let's not expect them to stay there, because of course, you only have the option to check one item in logic. This is normal difficulties. There's a lot of things that our runners may know that isn't necessarily required to open up their game.
I'm back.
Welcome aboard, Angels.
Thank you. But yeah, looking forward to this one. Whoever wins today is effectively moved to the playoffs, while whoever loses is eliminated.
And here we go.
And we are seeing the different sprites. So who's gonna win? Mega Man or Samus?
Depends, are we hunting Mavericks or Metroids?
A really good question. But yeah,
or Moblins?
Yeah, that too. So we are gonna see Eykir actually going down and checking Mother Brain. So we do normally get to see this strat whenever you do multi-world of this. However, if you do find something really good down here, it might be a long time before your opponent checks it. So you have to see what can be down here to spice this up.
Of course, we know that the North Ball pedestal is not necessarily going to be vanilla, and that ball can be anywhere in either of the games logically placed. There's also one item in the Blue Bryn Star ceiling that is out of logic because they're not expected to deboost, but they may opt to try to get that after some missiles anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at that tier 1 triple from Jagger. 20 rupees. That is really, really good start.
Bunch of big 20s for nothing, that is always a good feeling early on.
So you have our first super missiles from the uncle and just arrows on the top of the ceiling there. So nothing down at the retro Brimstar. So we're just gonna see Eykir moving back down.
Meanwhile, Jagger going on. Think we look at the castle here or no? Without a weapon, doesn't seem like it. We'll be seeing an S and Q and off to the sanctuary.
Yeah. And those bombs is gonna make so that Jagger can take the north route to Kakariko without having any problems. Otherwise, we could have seen him go the south route and go past the 50-50 bushes, or he could have done Hula Hand and then bought bombs by Lake Hylia and maybe going east and towards the south of Hyrule. So it's a little bit of interesting to find bombs there.
Yeah, Eykir's got to be real happy to see those bombs because they did not check the secret passage. So they do not know what their tier 1 tree pull is at this moment.
So the reason why I think Eykir was doing that was because of his morph ball gamble there. Yeah, I think that is the reason why he went there, to be honest.
Just a need tank on our Lumberjack ledge today. Chances are we will not be seeing them pick that up unless energy happens to be sparse later on in the race.
The question is if they are gonna pick it up even then. It feels like it's gonna have to be an Aga one for getting that Dark World access normally for that to be in any play.
You're not usually expecting to see a required Aga 1 seed, but you hate to see it when it is there.
Oh, a screw attack is quite an interesting one. That does unlock a few things in Metroid.
Yeah, runners can now go left and attempt some parts of the Bryn Loop. It checks most of the areas in Big Pink, but without a Morph Ball, there's not too much more we can do there.
Yeah, it's also nice because of it is some good weapon type early on, so we'll be able to take care of any enemies early on with that.
Early or late, you always love to see Screw Attack until it's the last thing you pick up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have arrived at Blind Hideout, so what goodies are we gonna find here hidden by the thieves?
Looks like nothing too crazy out of those first 4 chests. We do see some more super missiles, and we know that unless we see a charge beam, those are going to come into a lot of play later.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like that reserve tank though. Oh, remember, the reserve tank is not seen as junk anymore. It is seen as a progression item.
Now, we are in normal logic, so we're not going to be seeing them forced to check the gauntlet early. We're not going to be seeing them doing hell runs, unless they feel comfortable doing so. That reserve tank, in that case, might be kind of nice to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, that is quite a spice item.
Oh, or the anti-spice item, depending on how you look at it. That is an early Varia. And an X-ray scope.
We did also have our first power bomb pack, which is also quite nice. So once we get the morph ball, we might get to just skip having to do the other. But we are gonna see Eykir jumping down here in the well again, so we could buy those missile packs from the Bala Wonder.
Those are some pretty expensive missiles, but
these missile packs are kind of like piece of heart. The early game, sure, pick up how many you want. Later on, they do fall off though.
Happy to see them early. Don't really want to see them late.
So I do like what Eykir is doing here. Instead of immediately rushing to a chicken coop, where he might not get a bomb, he instead goes to the bombable hut so that he can stack up on some more bombs.
Yeah, that's a pretty good call, because that way you're going to be saving some of your rupees in case you need to check Zora later. And the bombs just respawn. You can go in and out as many times as you feel like you need. You'll see Jagger does not have bombs, so they can't even go to the race game if they see an item they want on it.
Yeah, that's gonna be really punishing if there's something there. I do think I saw something silvery in the library. What was it?
Looks like the chat says it looked like it was a pair of boots. Not a boots, a pair of mitts. Their boots locked. But
yeah, I don't think those boots can be there unless they are the high-end boots.
Unless you're talking about beatable logic, and we don't have that over here yet. Don't give them ideas.
Yeah, don't. Please don't. That's just gonna make almost every seed hard logic.
Alright, Jagger is going to go down to Blue Brinstar and get those couple items that we know about here. Still no more fall, so that's about all they can do.
I'm not too sure exactly about going down to Retro Brimstone when you have so little bomb count, because there is not a good way to farm up new power bombs down here. At least he's using Screw Attack on here to take underneath Mother Brain.
Yeah, that is one extra check that Jagger has that Eykir did not have, is the Screw Attack to get Old Mother Brain. Unfortunately, just a big 20. So on you go. Looks like Eykir, instead of going to the South Shore checks, going to go check out Eastern early here.
I can kind of get why he's doing that. He's probably thinking, I don't want to go there unless I have a lot of rupees so that I could potentially fake flip it to Sora. But yeah, we have the lamp back here, and one of those!
Seemed pretty important to me.
And remember what the glove was. That is a super important find.
Finding the boots early makes you very comfortable playing Link to the Past as well. Because you get to dash around. The earlier you find them than your opponent, the faster your Link to the Past seed is going to be.
Yeah. Someone should tell Jagger that this is not hard logic.
Yeah, this is not exactly...
Oh no, he got stuck!
That would be a soft lock right there.
Oh.
He got out of it. Good luck there.
Yeah. He was probably 1 or 2 pixels away from being stuck.
That's the treachery of going around with just Screw Attack and no Morph Ball. You get stuck in something like that, you don't have the X-ray scope, you are done.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. And he did all of that. Yeah, all that for just 3 months. Look at that bottle for Eykir as well. Once he goes back to Kakariko, he's gonna get loads of stuff.
That's actually very nice for the Rowdy for Eykir too. He gets to go check the sick kid right after he grabs his glove.
Yeah. And nothing new, only crystals in the light world. Yeah, just a missile pack there on the way downwards.
Gonna have a look to see what Agina has for us. And it's a grappling hook. The grapple beam is a good item to find early. A lot of silly strats and good logical access to wreck ship if you need to. Of course, without a Morph Ball, again, not too much you can do there either.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we are gonna see Eykir moving down now and do minimal worm. Have to use those bombs. Not the minimals can be quite trolly. We have to see exactly how well it goes. Oh, that is irritating for Jagger, but good information nonetheless. I believe that was a hook shot.
It's a pretty interesting place to have a hook shot this early.
Yeah.
You can, if you're quick enough, drop down through there, grab it, and then hop back up, but it is not expected in the logic by any means.
Yeah, it's so easy to soft lock that one, so do not try this at home, kids.
No Morph Ball, no go for that one.
Okay, only one check left here for Jagger before he has to go back, but he did get some good information down here at least.
There's the reset, so we can expect Jagger to go right back to Link to the Past.
Ooh. That
The
enemy was
Octorok.
out for him.
That Octorok just bodied Eykir.
Yeah, so Jagger is gonna move back now to Metroid. And to Link to the Past, rather.
To answer a question in chat, without a Morph Ball, most of those checks in Pink Brinstar are inaccessible.
Yeah, in Pink Brinstar you can only check the 2 ones we did see.
We're only 12 minutes in, that Morph could be anywhere. Just keep your eyes peeled.
I'm thinking back to older versions where you could find Morph Ball in GT.
Oh, that was a different time, wasn't it?
It really was.
Back when you could find progression in GT. Yikes.
Yeah, well, they fixed that with the later versions, so you can't do that anymore. Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, when you're playing just the Super Metroid Randomizer, there are only so many logical places a Morph Ball can be before you simply cannot check anything else. But when you have the entire Link to the Past world that it can be in, well, you could be hunting for a very long time.
And we do always have the fact that, or I say almost every time because I have just seen it, but either Morph Ball locking Moon Pearl or Moon Pearl locking Morph Ball. Wonder what's gonna be today. This is gonna be hard for Eykir. I know he has the lamp, but having to try and kill with 1 bomb is not easy.
Oh, and they're being generous today. The rats are dropping bombs as well.
Yeah, that is very, very generous. But he's still not out of the gutter yet. He only has 1 heart, so any bad hit, any trolling down here in Dark Cross could make him have to go back here later on.
Who just takes a D-boost off a bat, grabs a piece of heart, and off he is. So we know Dark Cross isn't the answer.
So are we gonna see him do Houlihan now? Because right now it feels like they need money.
I actually feel like he's going to go up the mountain.
Yeah, that is also a possibility.
Well, we have Bonk Rocks to check.
And we just took Sick Kids.
And there
amount of
it
money.
is.
So it is an early Metroid seed either way. This is actually a little bit bad for Eykir here because remember, Jagger is gonna find that Morph Ball and know that he doesn't want to go up the mountain yet. He knows where that hookshot is. Eykir doesn't.
Yeah, I suspect it wouldn't be too long before Eykir goes to check the Bryn Loop now that they have a Morph Ball, and a Screw Attack to make it easy. But first, here's the mountain play.
Yep.
Jagger is going to be happy to find what he sees back here. Oh, those dead rocks, though. Just getting... Here, kid, have these futuristic bombs for your trouble.
Yeah, was able to brute force his way through there. That was very lucky because the seed was not helpful there at all.
Oh, the troll rocks strike again. But he lives, and we get to go see what's on Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, we are probably gonna see him enter to the business center here as well. Because yeah, we are not expecting him to be able to go any further. We have one of the validation rupees inside.
I thought for a second maybe he was going to jump down and grab it. I'm glad he didn't. Now, Eykir still with no E-tanks.
Yeah.
Jagger checking out Eastern Palace here. Yeah, this is in logic, of course, because we have a lamp we can't finish without a bow. Without a weapon, this is really not as hard as it seems to check.
Yep. And we have the flippers for Eykir. We have a quite an interesting array of items so far in this lead.
Yeah, there's a good variety. You've got movement items for both games. You've got lots of checks that are opening up.
Yeah, you just have to have that little bit of horrible progression to get to the morph ball.
Ooh, that is silvers in Croc Escape.
That is a funny place to put them.
It's one of those nice-to-have items that you don't necessarily need to grab, but knowing where they are, it's going to make your endgame that much smoother.
Yeah, absolutely. I am dreading the time when we are gonna get, if we would ever get progressive bows in SMZ3.
That is one thing that we need to know. We are playing on an older version of the logic for Link to the Past. Progressive bows are not a thing. So even if Eykir picks up those silvers, he will need to find a bow or he can't use those arrows. And just to clarify in chat, you cannot do a right-facing green gate glitch except for one exception at the wave gate and pink brand.
Yeah.
Just a bloopy at the Kraid missile.
Yeah, nothing there for us. So we are gonna see if Eykir has bought the nipple DLC.
I was thinking he was more going to dance with Kraid, but...
Two different names for the memes, still the same meme.
We see Jagger picking up their morph ball. It's curious, what is he going to do?
I would expect him to go back to Metroid first before going up the mountain.
And a nice quick kill from Eykir. Very well executed.
Yeah, very beautifully done. The reason why I'm saying I think he's gonna do that is just because of that hook shot. So if he goes back to the criteria first and go and get that hook shot, he could then just route all the way down to business center, go up to the mountain through the warp there, and yeah, he can do all of Death Mountain practically, except going to Hera.
Yeah, we'll need a mirror or a hammer to see Hera access, but knowing where that hookshot is, we are seeing a reset.
Yeah.
Actually, is he going up the mountain too?
Nah, look, he's gonna do back of escape first.
It's probably a good call.
Yeah, it's early enough in A Link to the Past. Usually we do see some semblance on the item there, so yeah, you can just use, you can just bonk your head against it and open it.
Yeah, only having one bomb, keenly reminding himself that he has boots and he can bonk that wall open. Of course, he's going to have the same challenge that Eykir did, getting to the Dark Cross item with just that one bomb.
At least he has more hearts. He got the right rat.
Yes, this should be smooth sailing to that item for now. Of course, we know it's nothing too important.
Yep.
And it does look like Eykir is going to have a second shot on the shore of Lake Hylia here.
Yeah, I can see that. Wanting to go to the Ice Rod Cave. I don't like this play though. I would say you had flippers, do Hula Hand by going and doing it on the back of Escape Grave, and then go and farm some rupees from the Potmaster, so that you will be able to route Sora in along with all of this.
It's curious he might actually go ahead and farm this Rupee Cave, but that's not as fast as the one over the desert.
Yeah, who would take 20 rupees farm over 50 rupees farm?
Setting up a water walk, though, it looked like.
Yeah, why not?
Have boots will travel.
Use them. We are seeing Jagger going back down to Motherbane. He's putting a lot of effort into this.
While Eykir is doing their flipper checks and going to see what's on Zora Ledge, Jagger, with a Morph Ball and some Power Bombs, is going to see what's in Retro.
I still think it should have gone the other way, because we have seen he's good at wall jumps. He should be able to jump up through that way, through the Green Hill zone.
And a mushroom at the Alpha Missiles.
That's always nice. A little fast quest item for us.
Get to go on a little tour there. Just a little one, though. And we have Eykir resetting back to Super Metroid, so we're going to see them either decide to go into Brinstar or down into Blue Brin.
Well, it's time for Billy May's room for Jagger.
Called the Billy Mays room because there's a missile pack, but wait, there's more. It is the Charge Beam today, and that's going to be one very comfortable find for our run.
And remember, but one thing, we already have the X-ray, so we are so close on actually having the microwave beam.
That microwave beam strat making a few of our bosses easier, especially Fantoon, Batoon, and Dragon. But of course, Plasma on its own is a very powerful beam as well.
Yeah, it is.
We are seeing possibly the cutest custom sprite for the Morph Ball on Jagger's side. They are playing the Mega Man X sprite, and that means his Morph Ball is a little...
Yeah, it is incredibly beautiful. This is the sprite I use when I play, so...
Gotta resist wanting to say meme route going through Blue Brin into Green Hill Zone.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a piece of heart there as well.
It is understandable though why he's doing this route as well. He can easily just go to Business Center through the link to a pathway. Yes, and when he go up this way, he will get a hook shot. So yeah, that way it's understandable.
Just knowing that hook shot is there is going to make him very happy in a moment. We're going to see a back of gauntlet check from Eykir.
Yeah.
And we have a wave beam and our first sword in the back of gauntlet. So that move not paying off for Jagger, because Eykir may be going all the way up to get that in sometime here. Well, never mind, as we have another sword behind Spore Spawn at the Skip Supers.
Yeah. We did also see a beautiful So Mark Ball actually went over when we went to Billions Maze, which was a pretty beautiful one. But yeah, time for another Mark Ball to be set up.
That half magic is something that we always want to see. It's not a must-have, but it's another one of those nice items. Of course, this item is out of logic, so technically he's picked it up early.
I don't think he's gonna be too mad about it though.
How could you ever be mad about finding half magic? That's twice the magic.
Someone who really wants to practice without half magic, maybe.
Yes, that wave beam in the back of Gauntlet would put it in logic. Jagger does not know that it's there. He did not make a check.
He couldn't make a check when he was over there.
He didn't have the morph ball yet.
And the first E-tank for Jagger.
It's a curious save here that Eykir is making.
Yeah, it is. However, remember where he's going. He's going to a room of very many spikes.
That's true. This is not a easy room to traverse by any means. Of course, the B-toms aren't your problem because you have screw attack, but you have to watch out for those spikes because they will hurt.
Ooh, book. We just became literate, apparently.
With that book and knowledge of where our swords are, that's going to put our desert fully completable.
Yeah. And it is one of the crystals, so yeah, nice. Already one down, basically. Oh, and Jagger falls down.
That's a nice deboost strat to just skip most of the room there.
Hey, he's gonna have to be quick because, yeah, he fell down. He's gonna have to go back that way after his check to this.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a time loss having to loop this again.
Yeah.
But he did see that book, so he is absolutely coming back no matter what.
I think he would be coming back either way because he hadn't seen what was on the other side of the green door. Oh, no, is he? Is he skipping it?
He might just be going to pick up the hookshot. Because he knows this is here. He knows the book is down there. What he doesn't know is whether or not that book is required, but that hookshot absolutely might be.
Well, it is 100% required because it's one of those items that is required in every seed.
That's true.
Oh, by the way, thanks so much to Silver Moon for the sub.
Alright, now Jagger picking up his hookshot. He's going to exit, and we'll see if he continues with the Bryn Roop.
Yeah, and he was able to do that little strat that you talked about earlier.
Looks like we are going to leave that book down with the Etacoons and go back up to Criteria.
So what we are basically seeing from Jagger is that he's isolating not only the tablets, he will not have the information about pedestal, and he is saying that desert is not going to be available before I have my titans, I have my flute, and I have my mirror.
Yeah, that is going to be interesting to see how long he leaves that book there, or if we wait for those 3 items in particular to go finish out Desert.
And that is quite a tall order, to be honest.
Eykir picking up his first sword. He will be able to finish Desert if he so chooses.
Yeah.
Little farming here. The Zebs are a little bit stingy when it comes to dropping supers, but even more so for power bombs. Luckily, we still have 14. We're in good shape for a little bit.
Okay, you have one super missile. If you want to farm the power bombs, go downwards. There's much better there, but it is probably for the supers. But as I said, they have very low spawn chance here.
I think it's more if you want to go down Red Tower, you need 2 supers because there are 2 doors.
Yeah, it is.
There it is.
Doesn't the enemies in there have a higher chance to drop though?
I think so. I know the cack attacks in the new bridge room will drop supers. So that might have been just a slightly unnecessary farm.
Yeah. Well, we are gonna see Jagger checking the moat. And yeah, sign me up for 300. We need that right now.
That is Zora money right there, just waiting to be taken. Ooh, Eykir with the nice. That is not an easy get around wall jump to. It's on the tip of my tongue. Now, that one's particularly difficult because you have to jump right off the pipe. So you not only have to time the jump, but you have to dodge the enemy that spawns as well.
Yeah. Okay, so now we actually see in Jagger's route being a little bit revealed here. And I quite like it, going through Red Tower down to the business center. We'll also be able to check Spacer, which Eykir has not gotten the opportunity to check yet.
Oh, unfortunately
no.
falling into the Samus Eater here. Nom nom. And just a missile in beta.
Yeah.
Eykir finishing out this set of checks. He is going to be very happy to find that charge beam in Billy May's room.
It looks like he put down the power bomb a little bit too far down.
Well, it's interesting because with the screw attack, you don't even need the power bomb to get through that block. You can just jump right through it.
Yeah. We are seeing Jagger trying some more deboost, but not able to get him.
There's Arcane O'Brien.
Sorry for laughing, but there's a little bit of funny thing with that. I always find Kano Samara, so I'm glad it's at least another thing that is there.
Alright, down Red Tower.
Yeah,
and Eykir going back left. And up.
Yeah, screw attack is just so good to have there because you can just drop down as you saw him do.
Setting up for deboost there, but just missing it.
Or you don't want to use the screw attack in there. I was able to cancel it. Or we saw the attempt of getting the wall jumps there, was not able to, and now has to be careful because he's rapidly losing health. No, he destroyed the block!
Yeah, that one block is able to be hit with screw attack, and it's one block you don't want to hit with screw attack unless you have gravity or high jump.
Yeah, it's really tough.
And just another big 20 on the Spazer Beam location. So it looks like we're seeing a lot of our rupees here early, Angels.
We certainly do. So I'm a little bit surprised that Eykir just didn't go into Link to Past yet, because it feels like we have gotten everything in Metroid at the moment.
With that grapple beam, you could almost wonder if he's thinking about checking the wrecked ship. With Varia and 1E tanks, some reserves, that's not the worst fight. Then again, Vantoon is not an easy fight by any means. Do a lot of rude things to our runners.
Certainly.
This is the play I was hoping to see him make, and he's going to go get this wave beam and sword out of Gauntlet.
Cool. It will certainly make killing Lamolas quicker.
Jagger about to see whether or not we're going to have another prom invite with Kraid here.
Yes, we do.
And he says, get your best dress because we are going. Let's dance. It's interesting, does he know that you can actually block Kraid's hand with a charge shot? There's a quick recovery there, and that is a Kraid down. Denied.
Yeah. So yeah, Master Sword for Eykir now.
Now, the one thing that sword does is if we do not see any other access to the Dark World, it does put Aga 1 fully in logic. So if we don't see a Moon Pearl, there's a very slight chance it could be hanging out on that pyramid ledge.
It absolutely can. I do reckon there's going to be a lot of stuff on the mountain, and we do also have wreck ships, so it feels like we are a little far away from them trying out Aga.
Yeah, we probably won't see Aga with all those checks on East Death Mountain to do.
We do also have the front of escape as well, which is also a little bit of an
with the sword, that's going to be very comfortable.
I am expecting them to do that check last though, because then you don't have to go back and forth. But I do want to raise one thing here that the viewers might not know about, as JaggerG does a very beautiful mock ball there. Do you remember what the note on the sign-up sheet was?
Ah, yes, there was a very interesting note that Jagger had left on the sign-up.
Yeah, that was gravity suit, please. And look, even the seed started trolling our runners before we started it.
For those of us who might not remember, this is a rematch. It is the Group X winner-take-all from the loser's side. Jagger and Eykir had a match where Eykir found the gravity suit, and Jagger showed off a lot of expert suitless Meridia skills.
It was an absolute beautiful match to watch.
Well, now.
That is a funny one.
We will not be seeing that today, folks. That is a gravity just above Croc Speedway, and you know Jagger is happy to see that.
Absolutely.
That purple X sprite is beautiful.
Talk about commentator's blessing.
Only 2 Cs, and I'm seeing both suits within an hour, both times. Within 10 minutes the first time. Right next to each other the other night.
It is a little bit of a rarity, yeah. But that one is locked by the speed booster at the moment. So that could still be a very early gravity suit, or it could be a very late gravity suit.
Yeah, just as a reminder that Mach Ball is not required in normal logic for SMZ3, so while it is one of the first tricks you might learn as a Metroid runner, it's not expected to be done. That gravity suit might not be expected for quite some time.
It does feel like though Jagger is one of those runners which take logic as a suggestion.
It's very easy to do in normal.
Yeah.
With that grapple beam, Eykir is going to be able to check this X-ray rather early. I'm actually having a difficult time trying to remember where that was.
Yeah, I guess it as well, so don't worry about it. It was in... oh, that was a really cool clip, but it was in Cackwell. So Eykir is going for that second reserve. Oh, a little bit of an early trip as well to Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, this is also not a very easy one to get, and not expected without the high jump boots. We're going to see Jagger just right back out here.
I would expect him to go here if he had the Ice Beam though, because Ice Beam makes that second in a much more doable state.
So Jagger's going to check what we see on Spectacle Rock. We already know there's... oh no. No, he's going to get the old man. He hasn't done that yet.
Yeah, we need to get him back to his home so he can social distance.
Of course, we know this is just a missile for his efforts, but that does give us the mountain spawn point, and that is a good thing to have.
Yeah, it is.
Jagger's got to watch out, though. These sky cabbages are not nice.
They really aren't.
Neither are the dead rocks, and oof.
Just barely clipping him. But Eykir is coming over there quickly. A nice little spin speed.
Eykir making their dip back into Link to the Past. They already know what these spec rock items are, so expect them to go straight right with that hookshot.
Dead rock coming through yet again.
Alright, we are on the same track now. About to see what's in our Paradox Cave.
Yeah, gonna be interesting. 7 items. It's very likely that there is something here.
Just a little bit of health from the lower. That sword beam making it very easy to get the switch on the other side. Just a shovel there.
The Master Shovel and yet more Fetch Quest items. Otherwise, we have a paper shield and our moon pearl.
There is the moon pearl.
So the most irritating thing that the seed could do right now would be to put mitts or hammer on pyramid.
Mitts or hammer on pyramid would possibly say we may be paying a visit to our favorite geometry wizard.
Yeah, absolutely.
One last check up here if they decide to drop down into Spiral Cave.
That fairy didn't want to be used.
No, we have not seen the mushroom turned in yet either, so we have a couple little out-of-the-way fetch quests that we can get done here on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, just a miss-up pack in Spiral Cave. So we are most likely seeing desert now from Eykir.
Desert with a Master Sword, not too excruciatingly painful to do. Except we're going to get our dig spot first real quick.
That's fair enough. Would be fun if you have vanilla flute here.
A vanilla flute would certainly be something. But it's just missiles.
It's blue. Yeah, we are gonna see Jagger now go for the tricky wall jumps yet again to get that Master Sword.
Yeah, the Master Sword and Wave Beam, two very nice things to have early on in a seed.
Yep. Oh, I had never seen that happen before.
Getting picked up by a yapping maw on the ceiling.
I'm being dragged through 2 blocks.
I particularly like the way they spit you out right at the ground.
Yeah. But yeah, Desert Palace now. And we do have the boots, so it will be guaranteed that we can beat it.
With the boots, lamp, and a weapon that's not bombs, Lammo should just roll over here. And it was not boots locked at all, because we have a big key.
Hey, the small key can be on the torch still.
And it is.
You wrote that a little bit too quickly.
Well, you don't need the other items to finish the dungeon.
We do want to see some items.
That is true.
Not those though.
No, we don't want to see those.
But yeah, just off to the right side and get that. Try to find a second item. I do almost want some value though, going to the boss here. But well, we know that that is both items, and that is the free restore money for Eykir.
Both of our runners now have over 500 rupees. Possibly going to see them go check what's going on with Zora.
Interesting, not gonna finish off desert.
Oh, I don't know. This is a front of escape play.
Yeah, but why not finish off desert when you're already there?
And you know it's a crystal, you're going to need it later. I agree. Even if you know there's not an item on Lammo.
Yeah, we don't know how long it is until we have the mirror or the flute that is as well. Yeah, so what do we have in front of Escape?
This will be our first look at that. And Jagger, right behind Eykir in terms of route, probably going to see if they decide if desert's worth their trouble or not. That's where the grappling beam was.
Remember, Jagger didn't pick up the book.
Ah, that's right. So he's not even thinking about desert right now.
Nope, thinking about Sora. Because Eykir already done a bunch of Sora checks. For him, he doesn't want to be anything on Mr. Scammer today. But for Jagger, he has a lot of stuff down here still.
Of course, the mini Moldworm cave is a little bit easier when you've got a sword and a hookshot.
Yeah.
The mirror.
So we have access to Hera now, so I wouldn't be too surprised if Eykir decides to go up there just to try to skip out a Mega one. But at the same time, we still do have Wreck Ship left in logic, so could potentially head there as well.
And of course, we knew that had to be the map.
Okay, he's gonna go away. I thought he was gonna go for Aga with that mirror.
Looks like you have the right idea, though. I believe we're going to see a wrecked ship play here from Eykir.
Yeah, a big chunk of items over here. The only irritating thing is going over here without the speed booster will make so that you are gonna have to leave one sec behind, which takes a bit of while to get to.
So yeah, Jagger similarly setting up a water walk. They did have a little trouble with it, but they should be fine.
Yeah. When Eykir trying to get the 300 there, but missed.
So some new checks on the right side of your screen as Eykir goes into wrecked ship. Jagger, also a new check. They are going to pay Zora to see what kind of life lesson we have today.
Is it gonna be a life lesson? Is it gonna be a love lesson? Or are we actually gonna get something from this king of all scammers?
Now, I actually find this part easier to do without the grapple beam if you don't have high jump on.
Yeah, same. Not only is it easier, but using the grapple beam here also slows you down quite a lot.
Thankfully,
But the Jagger is gonna do front of escape now, and we are about to see the ghost of Argus.
I don't think I've heard that one before.
It is a good one.
He's more likely to make you say ARG, though.
Yeah.
While Eykir pays a ghost to visit, Jagger about to find their mirror.
We do have a very favorable pattern here for Eykir.
Yeah, a nice fast to open up is going to speed things up very nice. I think we may have spoken too soon.
Whoops. That's semi-quick. Do need to land a few more hits before Eykir can whip out the super missile.
Unfortunately, just a little bit too quick trigger out on those last couple missiles, but Fantoon should be done right about now.
GG. I wonder how much Nintendo paid to actually have that type of death animation.
Considering most everything else blows up, it is a very unique death animation for the most part.
Yeah.
Now Jagger done with their flipper checks, they are headed back into Super Metroid, and with the gravity suit. We're going to see a dip into Meridia here?
Yeah. Don't know if I like this though.
Yeah, without any of your real easy movement items, this is going to be some tough traveling for Jagger going up Main Street.
I'm not thinking about that. Remember that gravity suit is not in logic.
Yeah, he's going down the wrong logic train.
Yeah. He could potentially. I do understand why he's doing this though. So with the route he can do, if he finds Ice Beam here, he can make the way all the way up to the other warp point to the Dark World, and can officially that way potentially skip Aga 1.
Looks like we see our first coin in the Main Street Supers.
I think that look like bombos, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, Hercules really should learn it.
Alright, it's our Ether Medallion. We don't know if that's quite necessary yet, but it's good to have it.
Yeah. Yeah, we are gonna make our way down to Mama Turtle. But Jagger is not gonna get that 20 rupees, so let's hope this other item here is good.
Unfortunately, both sides of the screen, our runners are finding items they don't necessarily want to see.
Nope.
Now, it's interesting for Eykir over here, without Speed Booster, getting that Sky Missile is going to be tough, and you cannot. You can only look at that Red Chip Reserve item.
Yeah, he's not gonna look at it though. It might be attempting the wall jump later. Oh, and a nice gravity jump from Jagger.
As Jagger felt like they didn't have enough suitless action before. Taking the gravity suit off to get all over Meridia here.
I don't know if he intended to land in that little crook there. Maybe he did, because he did that wall jump perfectly.
Sure looks like it. Now, if we thought the worker robot hallway was slow, this sky check without any movement items is a pain. And look at what Jagger found.
That is a very nice item to have, and that is blue mail as well in Mists in the Sky. Oh, there's a hammer!
Oh, look at that. There is your Dark World access. Aga 1 is officially dead.
And that is why you stay in logic, kids.
Indeed, Hercules, this is a mashup of both items, of every item from both games. 216 items in Link to the Past, 100 items in Super Metroid, and that's why you expect it to take upwards of 4 hours to complete a seed.
Yep, absolutely. You can expect that. But yeah, it's time for the bowling alley. It's funny how this is actually that it actually can do this sort of thing because of how the game's RAM memory was made.
Yeah, the kinds of things you're not expected to do when these games were made. Fast forward 25 years or so, and we have this beautiful community.
Yeah, the fact that both of the games use different parts of the RAM makes this doable, which is just a very cool convenience.
Jagger seeing nothing fun in the right sand pit, but Eykir finding the Titan's Mint. They are not going to look at that reserve item. He's saying, whatever it is, I probably don't need it.
Yeah, and we can really start to see now that the gravity suit here that Jagger picked up is probably a very late one as well. So this is putting off in a very weird track.
Yeah, going on the off-logic path for Jagger is probably biting them early here. But if they happen to come into a speed booster... Problem with that Titan's Mid is Eykir has all of Dark World to look at now.
Yeah, I'm expecting Speed Booster to be over there somewhere. Metroid Prime and Wind Waker? That's also like a very interesting combo.
Yeah, that is a reset you take there. Shack Tool giving you love, but you don't want it.
Yeah. So we're gonna see the second sandpit. And this is why Jagger saved before, so he can check this without having to go back up. Well, it's only the good boomerang there, so we're not gonna look at that. Instead, what we're gonna do is some snake clipping.
And we've got a hype cave. Everyone in chat, get ready to get this hype cave a score from 0 to 10. Well,
Boo.
I give that Hive Cave an arrow out of 10. And no bow to fire it with.
So 5-6 on Swamp and on the Town, while we have Green Pendant, Turtle Rock, and Skywoods and Pond as our last pendants. That is quite an interesting lineup of stuff.
That's one thing you gotta watch out for, is that Green Pendant Turtle Rock. There are a lot of checks in that dungeon, but a lot of things that you might need. We have most of those things.
And we do have that meme about Turtle Rock always having the bow. It could absolutely have this time around. Yeah, Bombos Tablet is gonna give Eykir a little bit of energy tank, while Jagger really wants to get the tempered he saw up there.
This is a little bit easier to set up with the X-ray scope to stand back up, but I believe that snail is just a little bit too high.
So the 5-6 was Swamp and Town.
Ah, yeah, last night's weekly. If you decided to wait long to get to Pod, you weren't going to find a bow for a very long time.
Why am I not surprised? I do like Eykir here just immediately rushing to Town, to Swamp Palace. Why not? It is a lot of items here. You have all the items to be able to beat it. You might not be able to do a beautiful quick kill in second phase, but that's fine.
Yeah, expect Eykir to be taking advantage of some Master Sword spins here when they finally get to Argus. And perhaps finish him off with a little few pounding of the hammer.
Eykir was just so heavily denied there of able to do an item dash.
Jagger getting their snail clip. You don't jump over that, you want that.
Yeah, you want that. You don't want to have to do Master Sword, the Civil Cannon. Although Jagger has the space jump, so we are probably gonna see him pick it up. Wow, I didn't even know you could do that. Go that way.
What, the vanilla backwards exit from Aqueduct?
Yeah.
Because you never see it.
I have never seen it. Mainly because people who goes up there going to Dragon. Or they're going downwards the sand pits to get out of here.
I think Jagger's making the right call here, going back up into Red Tower. Probably going to figure out Wreck Chip is the play.
Yeah. Well, Hercules, Speed Booster couldn't have been up there because the gravity is locked behind speed, so speed could not be up there.
Yeah, we're thinking Speed Booster is probably somewhere in the Dark World, and there are a lot of places that you can check with that second menu.
It absolutely is. And unfortunately, no matter how much I would have loved to see it, we're not gonna see Diver Down today.
Nope, unfortunately, no Red Cane means most of the setups for it are out the window.
And the ones that are inside of the house is unfortunately super hard and super tedious, so we're not gonna see that one either.
keeping in mind there is a backdoor entrance to Meridia in the Dark World. So if Jagger wanted to just skip Bothoon altogether, they could do that later on.
Yeah. And there we have the cape.
Left side of Swamp giving us yet another thing to think about. Have we had a look at the bumper ledge yet?
We have not been in that part of the Dark World yet.
Ah, he went straight down here, that's right.
It's been a nice way to go this, because he did find the Titans. He can just, after this, head up, past the Stumpy, past K45, do Dinging Game, and then do Wheels of Outcast that way.
Yes, and I like being able to route it that way. Especially with that mirror, you can start your Smith chain very early as well. Without having to worry about... The only thing that makes that faster, I think, that you would like to see would be a flute.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to save and quit to Link's house and then walk down there. Or don't you just love spikes that can be turned off so you don't take damage from them?
Yeah, that hallway is very much not a nice place to be after you've beaten Phantom. But before it, it's the first item you can grab.
Well, let's skip what I said before about not being able to do quick heal on Argus in second phase. We can do that now.
On one side of our screen, we've got the Ghost of Argus. On the other side of our screen, in just a moment, we'll have the real Argus.
Argus!
Jagger using some X-Factor strats on Phantoon here.
Beautiful. We are gonna see slashes from Eykir. He's not gonna try to set up double spins here. It's understandable.
Unfortunately, just couldn't get that last cloud off of him. He's got to wait out the animation to finish off this fight.
Ooh, misses the spin. We have the big key to the swamp, so we might have to go in again. I haven't counted the items, but I think there's one item left.
And that is our first crystal, an hour and 16 in. Plenty more to go, but plenty of places to get them.
Yep. Yeah, beautiful fight still from Jagger. And just need tank in the big Cestal swamp, so we're gonna go away from there.
And as anticipated, Eykir is going to make the way west into the south side of the Village of Outcasts. Make these couple checks on the way at K45 and Stumpy.
Yeah. We can expect one thing from Jagger as well, because he has the covered suit. He's gonna check another check in wreck ship that Eykir couldn't.
We talking about that E-tank item?
I am indeed.
How many digs do we have today to find some kind of buried treasure?
12. I say 12. Nope.
17. It is 17, and we don't want it.
Just one away. Oh, that's actually a good point. We don't have the glove on Jagger's stream tracked, apparently.
He did go back and pick up that glove, right? I sure hope so.
Yeah, he did. We have seen him gone into back of escape.
Yeah, shoutouts to our tracker, J3W, or in chat you say, don't Jew me like that. Doing a good job for us thus far.
Yes, myths today are lifesavers. Don't worry yet, it has happened to me a lot of times when I try to track something.
Just wait for me to start failing when I try tracking.
But yeah, we are off to Town next after we have done a few checks here in Woods of Outcast.
Yeah, looks like they're going to get the brewery, probably the C-shaped house, and the chess game first. We already saw Eykir skip a blue mail earlier. So while they don't necessarily need it, the heart's nice to find.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice little 100 there for Eykir. He's not gonna have any problem with the money, and he's gonna have a bunch of retirement money once the seed is over.
Jagger seeing that hammer going straight for it and going, are you kidding me?
Probably, if he wins this one, we might see hammer please in the next note. It might also be hammer and mitts, please. Actually, because he's gonna find the mitts here soon as well.
I think it's more the item that you don't find that you want to ask for, though, right?
Yeah. So, plasma?
Ooh, plasma would be a fun one right now.
I did like that power bomb that Jagger dropped though. And that is spring ball. That is funny as well.
Now, I caught 2 items in the frontier of Thieves Town. Was it a third one, or was it another dungeon item? Big key, right? Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, you can't walk forward otherwise. That could only be the beer ball, as you said, but unfortunately, Siftan is a crystal today, so we're not gonna see that. And we don't have beatable either.
Just imagine how much of a pain beatable logic in this game would be. Or don't.
So we're gonna see what jumps here from Jagger to check that item.
Actually, he has space jump, so it's actually a pretty free check. And we see it's just a super pack.
Nice. So it is the attic of Thief Town, and there we have just another little bit of love.
So far, we haven't seen anything that just breaks the seed wide open, other than that mid, right?
Yeah, it has been the hammer and the Titus Mist combination that has broken up the seed. I do believe that the next item in our progression here is gonna be that speed booster.
Yeah, it probably is the speed booster. As a reminder, the mock ball that Jagger did into Ice Beam is not in logic, so they picked up their gravity suit a little bit earlier than intended.
And yeah, that made him also go an early Meridia, which did not pay out.
So Blind is a thief of many talents, and today we find out that nuclear physics is not one of them.
Oh, how? As soon as that been a hit.
We're going to see the safety Cane Burn in play here, and honestly, this is one of the nicest places in the entire game to use that item.
Yeah, it is. Even better than Spike Cave.
And interestingly, we see the small key locks itself in the big chest, so Thief's Town is done.
Yeah, we are done with it. So yeah, we did have a little bit of a question in the chat about how you finish a run of this. Well, you have to defeat both Ganon and Motherbrain. You can do it in whichever order you want to. If you want it out with if you do Ganon first and then do Motherbrain, you have to do the escape sequence. However, if you would do Motherbrain first and take Ganon as your second boss, then now after you have moved up through the shaft, the escape. The explosion basically just stops. You don't have to complete the escape sequence, and once you pass the gate after defeating Ganon, you are done.
You're going to make the checks in the front of Skullwoods here. No fire rod, no way to finish it. It is a pendant, probably not too worried about that. He is going to go ahead and pick up this key.
Yep. Don't know why though, because advanced logic is not in play yet in SMZ3.
Unfortunately, Jagger taking a death in Swamp Palace here.
That is quite punishing because it might be a big item then, but there is a lot of backtrack if you would die. Okay, last sec here that Eykir can do here in Skullwoods.
And that was not an item, so we know there is an item either on Moth or in the chest and back behind the fire rod.
Yes.
Looks like we might actually see a pedestal check from Eykir here.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold it against him. It is good information. Yeah, get your pet hypes in the chat.
Remember, Eykir has the book. This is information that Jagger will not be seeing for quite some time. What do we have on today's pedestal? It is just a missile pack.
Did he say some kind of flying bomb?
It did indeed.
Oh, cool.
So that means that is a lightweight off of Eykir's shoulders and something Jagger might be thinking about if they don't happen to find their progression later on.
Okay, so Hercules. To defeat Ganon, you need to find all seven. Need to get all 7 crystals. Open up Ganon's tower, so you can defeat Angerheim and basically open up the pyramid so you can fight against Ganon. That is normal. However, there is also pendants. The pendants do unlock pedestal, which we did see there, or you can get the green pendant, which would also unlock the hustler item, which in the vanilla game is the boots.
And we see just a pack of blueberries on the bumper ledge, so we won't be grabbing those either.
Yeah, and we are seeing Jagger trying to set up a dive down. Oh, and gets it. Nope. Close though. He's close to getting it.
He is close to getting this, but he only has 2 more bombs, so that's a limited number of opportunities to give it a try.
Yeah. So at least the crystals and pendants are shuffled. So what Jagger needed to do there was basically come up from the water at the same time as a bomb goes off, so he's knocked off to the railing where you can jump down from, because then it counts as he's on another layer. It would basically make so that you would be able to get through this a little bit quicker. But he wants to. You can use it as a way to get the. If you accidentally flood the key, you can still get the key back if you do that.
But he did not flush the key, did he?
He might have. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got 2 new bombs, so he has 2 more chances to get it.
It's more like walking underwater. How they breathe is another story. He got it.
Beautiful.
That bomb one is not easy to set up. That is a good job done by Jagger. And a fire rod off the mushroom.
Why wouldn't it? It is a magical item.
That mushroom came very early, too, so that fire rod could be pointing us in any number of directions.
Yeah. Do you think we're gonna see the other the diver down strategy being used by Jagger as well?
With half a heart, I'm gonna say no.
Oh yeah, I didn't look at his health. I only looked at the bombs he got. But we are, I'm gonna expect we are gonna see Ice Pedestal. But first, Eykir is gonna go up and get scammed by the scammer.
Well, the catfish was an arms dealer. We won't complain about that. This fish, on the other hand, he's just after your rupees.
Yeah. We did see Sora from Jagger.
It is similar in concept to the Ice Palace bomb jump in that you are trying to get a D-boost.
But it's
But
harder.
because it is that close, it is very close to... there's only so many different coordinates you can set this up on.
Yeah, we are almost getting into sub-pixel modes when it comes to it. But yeah, beautifully done this time. Give this person a beer. Yeah, we are gonna see the big red bomb. Do you think we're gonna see the bomb duplication glitch?
I have no idea. Clifford the Big Red Bomb, yes.
Nope, we are not seeing. We are not, oh, we might see. Oh, nope, just stop staying off the guards.
Yes, Noctis, we saw one male that was in the sky missiles above wrecked ship, but both of our runners decided we don't need that to finish this game. Tempered Sword making very quick work on the clouds around Argus here.
Yeah. And beautiful quick kill in the second phase. So 50 rupees and missiles from Pyramid Fairy, so nothing there.
Gonna grab this fairy just because. Alright, we know we have a fire rod. Where do you think we go next?
When it comes to choice, Eykir either has going back to Skullwood Swiss sword is the so you do have one item there left, or you do Hula Hand into Ice Palace. And yeah, Ice Palace 3 items. However, we do have the reputation of people just want to be able to go mode Ice Palace, so they hold off with it for too long. And this time, we might see Eykir just going up a second pod. And he has not been in Eastern yet either, so yeah, I can see this. You can argue that this is a good play.
Now, we know Pod and Turtle Rock are our two pendants that we didn't already dip into. We've had a look at Skullwoods. There is one item in back behind that fire rod that Eykir has picked up.
Yep.
These are two of the more rich locations for items out of all the dungeons, so it is possible we could see some progression.
It is very likely that we're gonna see some progression. But first we need to learn if this place is indeed bow-locked. We did see Eykir pick up a green glue earlier on from Waterfall Fairy, so might do... okay, not bow-locked yet, but we could still see Eykir do a little bit of mimic clipping. And no one has defeated Desert yet. We did see Eykir going in there, but not defeating Lamolas.
Yeah, Eykir with the book has gone to the front of Desert. They did not go defeat Lamolas. Jagger does not have the book, putting it off till later. It's an interesting rounding decision by Eykir here.
Yeah, well, he wants to do. He wants to be able to do as much as in here as possible. Remember, there is with the items we have found, we do know that there is a small key over on the bowlock side. So Eykir is going to the back, hoping that the bow is there so that it opens up the bowlock side so he can do all of the other things here.
Meanwhile, Jagger about to get there. Look at. Well, where is he going?
He's going to
Graveyard Ledge.
Graveyard Ledge. Yeah. So small key and Bombos. That is actually very nice for Eykir to be able to fight off against Ice Palace much easier now, especially later on when it goes up against the Puffs.
Yeah, that Bombos medallion makes some rooms in Ice Palace extremely free. Choosing not to dip into Dark Maze here.
He is just coming from the other way, so he has a little bit more time for the
see
hammer
a hammer yump.
Yes, double pixel perfect yet again.
Gets it first try. Well done.
Yeah. Let's hope there's a big key here, because otherwise, well, we know that it's basically. Oh, that is, but otherwise it would have been bow locked.
I think we can just put that one to bed.
Yeah.
So we know Eykir can complete Palace of Darkness. No, he can't. He still need a bow.
Yeah, still need a bow. He's still bow locked.
Yeah. There's that one statue that creates the second longest cutscene in the game.
Isn't the cutscenes the same speed?
I think the Meyer one is slower.
I think it's feels longer because you don't see the movement.
Shall I get a stopwatch?
We might have to. I think I read it somewhere where that is the same speed.
See, chat's calling for us to time it. We may have to if we see that part of Meyer later.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks to the key logic, we knew that had to be a key, but it's a key that we probably want to have for later.
Yeah. But we are gonna see Eykir going over to the East Dark Death Mountain. It's quite a good idea. We'll be able to get the information about what medallion we need to enter Third Rock. Plus, there's a lot of items from there. And Hera, of course, which is also a crystal in this seed.
Yep, we got 2 items in Super Bunny Cave, 4 in Hookshot Cave, the Ether Tablet, Hera, and a good look at what Turtle Rock is asking for. We know where 2 of our medallions are. One is still out of logic on Jagger's side.
Yep. And beautiful hookshot clip there.
Just half a heart out of Super Bunny.
And our medallion for Third Rock today is Ether.
It is that Ether. And keeping in mind, that Ether was in Main Street Supers. We should not be seeing that for a while.
Yeah, we don't need to think about it. And there we have our last sword. So we know what all 4 swords are today. Otherwise, Hookshot Cave come up a little bit dull.
Yeah, a little unremarkable Death Mountain today.
So E-Fatality here. And that is Cadence Maria. That is horrible for Jagger.
Oh, that is not a good feeling.
Okay.
It feels great for Eykir.
If somehow Jagger wins this, it is gonna be Kano Samaya plays in the next note on the sign-up sheet.
The small key is the first item you see. It's the last item you want to see in the lobby of Hera.
So we are seeing Herapot clip being attempted here. Gets it.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is the beautiful swag strat when it comes to Herapot. Very hard to do because it is down to frame perfect trick because of the amount of speed you're going. And yep, you can't do that. Thank you, Eykir, for showing us that.
Forgetting that we had the big key in the basement, checks the big chest anyway. We also saw Jagger do the bonk, coming back from to get that chest on the right side of pod.
Yeah.
Both of our runners flexing their stuff here.
With tempered, we are not gonna see the invade phase. We're just gonna see some arrows.
And that's our second item out of Hera, so Eykir knows they do not have to go any further. They are done.
Lucky.
So as Jagger and Eykir do flex their stuff here on the screen, just a reminder, give both of our runners a follow as they entertain us throughout this run.
And they really have entertained us very nicely here. They're playing out of their minds. And make sure also to give a follow to our tracker today, which is yet also known as the Don't Yo Me Like That. And of course, give also a follow to my co-commentator today. Me, I don't need any.
Indeed, this is an elimination match. The winner will go on as the second person out of Group X. The loser, well, they get to go home and watch some more racing.
Yeah.
Again, this is a rematch between JaggerG and Eykir. They faced off in Group X in the first round. Winner got to play against Liam. Liam is moving on.
But who is gonna join him? We're gonna see that in about 2 hours, when this series has finished.
And as we do work out on all of our group stages, a lot of these matches coming up this week all over the SpeedGaming Network are going to be elimination bouts. There are a number of rematches. There are a number of new matches. There are 2 other seeds going on right now.
Yeah, there is. Also some really, really good matches. But yeah, we are gonna see Jagger entering Ice Palace now. And at the same time, Eykir going back to Skullwoods. Really showing that he doesn't want to go into Ice Palace, he wants to go mode it.
Eykir, knowing there's 1 item left back here, is going to check that chest first before giving Mothula a visit. If they don't have to, they won't.
Yeah, he knows Pedestal isn't required, so doesn't want to go and fight Mothula unless he has to. And his voice was correct.
Is he going for it anyway?
He hasn't counted his items.
Where have we seen that before? Unfortunately, the Wallmaster gets him. That is the game telling you to get out.
No, I am gonna do this! You can't stop me.
Unfortunately, we're not going to see an icebreaker from Jagger because they do not have the red cane. Good old-fashioned Ice Palace bomb jump coming up on the left side of the screen.
Yeah. Double pixel perfect yet again. It is a well more practice is the trick than dive down because of the fact that it was reintroduced as a glitch like about 2 months ago, so it is still a very, very young for it in the randomizer community.
You see Eykir resorting to the fire rod to do a little bit of ranged action on Mothula, and down it goes.
There's a big key, and Eykir is probably gonna go on second because Eykir didn't count the items because otherwise he wouldn't have gone back here.
It's a situation where you'd rather count and grab the extra not item than forget an item.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's not to say that Icebreaker is going to put the IPBJ out of style. It is a good backup strat in case you do not know where your Samaria is. He's going for the freezer room bob jump here and getting it first try as well. Very nice.
That one is also not easy to do.
I find the gap one's harder to do than something like the IPBJ for some reason.
It's up to preference. Does look like Eykir was happy with finding just a map there. But at least you have high jump boots, so that does put the Bubble Mountain into logic.
I think we're going to see him move to Norfair after this. It is a pretty good sphere of checks.
It's very likely.
Are we about to see Eykir do the same thing here and hop into Ice Palace?
Well, there's not too much other stuff he can do at the moment.
He does have that Bombos medallion that's going to make the cold stair fight a little bit easier.
Well, between them, it is a battle of having half magic and having resort to using fire rod, or not having half magic and having to resort to using bombos. Which one would you prefer?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, I would prefer Plasma to seeing that Spazer, but I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
No, Jagger has not yet gone into Bubble Mountain of Warfare. Both of our runners have looked at Business Center. They know silvers are on Croc Escape. That space jump was obtained at Beach Missiles out of Logic, so he did not chase that.
Yeah.
With the red cane, we are going to see Eykir set up for an icebreaker here, and they have flipped the switch so they can go straight down to Cold Stair if they desire.
Yeah, and he is gonna do it. Okay, you want to be very close to the wall here, but not too close, because then it won't work. Nope, that was a little bit wrong. Come on. No, he pushed it too far down. Yeah, Corsair beaten by Jagger. He is gonna get that small key for that, but more importantly, his second crystal.
Our Crystal's now looking 3-2, and a pendant on Eykir's side as well, getting that icebreaker after a little struggle with it.
Still saves him a lot of time.
The amount of time he spent on that icebreaker, negligible compared to the amount of time you saved getting the icebreaker.
Yeah.
And Jagger looks like he's jumping back in to find the last item.
Yeah. I don't think he checked the big chest, so has to go back there.
Did we see Iced Tea too, or no?
I want to say that we didn't see it, because it seemed like the time went very quickly by.
The icebreaker is very close. You basically need to be in the door transition and like 1 frame off from that rail.
Yeah. This is a long, very long way if you want to do iced tea room.
Yeah, it is a discussion we've been having for the past few days. That sometimes, if you're going to go mode Ice Palace, you hit the switch. If not, you want to leave the other pegs up, because the amount of time you take going through those door transitions kind of adds up.
It does.
And that's where our big key is.
Yes, so Jagger will have to go to that one now. To that chest after you picked it up. And he's gonna use yet another hookshot clip to get through that. And he is awarded with a heart container.
Good news is, Eykir knows that's everything he needs out of here. He's going to go finish off Holster. Having the option of bombos with no half magic means just 1 flick of the sword and that ice shield is gone. Otherwise, you would need a full magic meter.
Yeah, you're not allowed to miss any of the shots, especially considering that Eykir didn't have any green goo. He had to use it earlier. Oh, but Eykir taking a lot of damage. Has to be careful.
Watch out.
He's down to 1 heart. Even Ice here at this point could spell his doom. He's very close to it. Works it out very, very closely. Nearly walked into the puffs, but was able to dodge out at the last second.
That is one heck of a save, and GG to Cold Stare.
Yeah, that is his 4th crystal, so has a good lead here when it comes to the crystal count. His name is Cold Stare.
A razor-thin margin there, but a win is a win.
It sure is.
If you are joining us late, this is a rematch between JaggerG and Eykir for the right to advance out of the group stages into the brackets. Early on, both of our runners found various suit. One of our runners saw the Book of Medora and fell into Edekun's. The other one picked up the book, and on either tablet is where they found their red cane.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, it is going to be Bubble Mountain for Eykir now.
The high jump boots, this is a very comfortable situation to be in. And there is the speed booster.
Oh, how wonderful of you. How considerate of the seed to give us that finally.
What is this seed trying to tell us? Logically locked behind the high jump boots and Ice Palace.
It's trying to tell us, look at how interesting of linear progression I can do.
Yeah, so far it looks like they have not been strung along in any number of directions, despite how open things seem to be at first. That is a beautiful wall jump by Eykir.
Yeah, it's a really hard one. At least he didn't have to deboost over but from the other side to get here, which is also irritating.
He does also have the grapple beam, so the vanilla strats would have been in contention there, but who wants to do that anyway?
Yeah, that's just something irritating.
Love that surface screw attack on the dragon.
That's beautiful.
Jagger going to send Blind back to nuclear physics school.
So now that we have the speed booster, let's do the speed booster location. Why not?
Get the speed location. We will probably see him give the ice location a check and find that gravity suit on their way out.
Oh, yeah, he could. We're just gonna turn on Spacer.
Yeah, remembering that you had that spacer. Oh!
Oh, we have the bow.
Oh, what does that do?
Well, that gives us another crystal, but it does also put all of Pod beatable. Oh no, Jagger taking a hit in Save Town.
That is not a good death that you want to take. If you're all the way back there, it is a long walk back.
Oh, that is very, very punishing.
Short of knowing what we need for Misery Mire, that bow actually puts Eykir very close to go.
It does.
And Plasma at the wave missiles.
Oh, how wonderful. We have microwave beam. Oh, hi, Spring Ball.
Everybody's favorite Super Metroid item, the Spring Ball.
Boing, boing, boing.
And Jagger needs to watch out because this is a treacherous pass.
Yeah, having to do the Alex again with one heart. If he would die now, that would be very, very triggering. Yeah, or I don't know if that's actually what I was looking for.
Yeah, probably not. It would definitely give you a little bit of heartburn.
Yeah. Well, Eykir's gonna pick up that E-tank. He's like, don't mind if I do. Either that, or he could have gone, ooh, a piece of candy.
Luckily, that Tempered Sword is going to make a little bit of an easier time up here because they only take one shot.
Yep. Oh no, Eykir. Okay, he's leaving. So hopefully he goes up to Ice Rod and get his the gravity suit.
I'm actually thinking that he's going to go check the Ice Beam item and may route down to Croc. Oh, back to Link to the Past. Oh no.
Ay. Oh, okay. He changed his mind.
It was a save transition is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it was.
Because if you don't like what you find back here, you are resetting. But he's going to like what he finds back here. Provided he doesn't X-ray at the gate.
That wasn't accidental.
Yeah, sometimes your runners are not used to having a full icon menu to select from, so you're not using item cancel. Muscle memory will trip you up.
Yeah, it will.
This is a check we had not seen, I believe. Yes, we did.
We have.
Now, what I find interesting, we know Space Jump is in Meridia. We don't know where the flute is.
So what you're saying, you expect to see that we have to go through defeat Gona Teresa to beat Meyer?
That could very well be what we're looking for.
Right, I'm not against it. Is Eykir trying to get... right, he have fallen down and trying to get back up to get gravity suit.
And Jagger telling Blind to split, but Blind doesn't know how.
This is really... Yeah. This here what Eykir is trying is really, really hard. These are some tricky wall jumps because of... yeah. And... yeah, you have to be quick if you want to get item.
There it is.
Is he going upwards or downwards? He might just have to go downwards, it's easier.
Looks like he's going to go pay our friend Crocomire a visit here, and you can't really blame him if he hasn't thought about whether or not Meridia is required to find... Oh, he's going for those silvers, probably.
Yeah, wouldn't be... the only... Croc escape is always a little bit awkward with how long you had to go to get it. And we are probably gonna, as we have hinted, go to Golden Tracer later. So it's never really any good time when you can get them. So yeah, why not go for it?
Opting to go back down to check Crocomire.
Yep.
Now that plasma bead pickup is going to pay off big time here in just a moment. If you remember, she has Charge Beam. Eykir, what are you doing? This fight is free. There it is. That's the problem. I don't have to imagine it. I just saw it. And Jagger is going to go ahead and finish off their Smith chain. It'll be interesting to see what move he makes next. We know he hasn't checked lower or upper Norfair yet in the Bubble Mountain area. We know he hasn't found the last item in Skull Woods. Now, there can't really be much hiding out here behind Crocomire.
At this point, it would really be either Ice Beam or Quake for Meyer. We could, of course, also have the Flute.
Well, Cosine Room just on E-Tank. Eykir's going to pick that up just to pad a little bit. Although having 11 E-Tanks is usually pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it is a very comfortable position to be in.
And Jagger now... What is Jagger going to do here? Oh, Jagger left the purple chest behind.
Yeah. And just 10 arrows there on the right side here for Eykir, so time to really sauce up and do a long jump.
That is one of the most satisfying jumps in the game. Unfortunately, just a missile pack.
Yeah, and he did do the save setup earlier, so can you just leave?
Sure can.
And he did pick up that gravity, so can you just go away? Doesn't have to think about Kokomai anymore, and just go over to up to Clock Escape, which is why he's should have waited with going up first, because now he's just gonna have to go back here.
There is our Quake Medallion. I don't believe we saw Eykir make the purple chest check earlier.
He didn't.
Probably opting to wait for a flute.
Yeah, however, right now, having not checked purpose test over not picking up the book, I'm still thinking this is Eykir's smash to lose at this point.
Yeah, having orphaning that book is going to hurt Jagger big time, because not only does he not check Ether and Bombos, he does not know that the red cane is on the Ether Tower. And yes, Jag has all 3 medallions. We now know where all 3 of them are.
Yeah. Yeah, time for Eykir to do his Meridia dip.
They should be a little bit more comfortable on his side with those high jump boots. Jagger's going to find that speed booster and realize he is in logic now with that gravity suit.
That must feel good. Has been an interesting progression, Shane, though.
It started out innocently enough with an early Varia in what, about 10 minutes or so?
Yeah.
That was the Ether Medallion at the Main Street. We found out just a moment ago that the purple chest is holding our Quake today.
Yep. And Bombo's being locked up in not too bad of a location, to be honest.
Eykir not checking this item, just going to Shine Spark for it and find out it's yet another big 20.
Why not?
Got 11 E-tanks.
And that's 8 E-tanks for Noi. It's really hard to count sometimes. Don't know why I'm doing it.
I said 11 twice, it's actually 10.
Yeah, it's 10.
It's actually a good point being brought up in chat. Because he has the space jump out of Meridia already, Jagger could choose to go down to Lower Norfair and clean it out.
Yeah.
And with all 3 medallions, it means he can also get into Mire, but he cannot complete it without that red cane.
Yeah, and if it goes this route, it's gonna feel horrible, to be honest. Because yeah, he's gonna be thinking, cool, I can get to Mire without having to, and beat Desert without having to have the book. I'm not gonna need the book.
Unfortunately, that line of thinking is already biting him. And finding our space jump, Eykir knows they too can go to Lower Norfair.
Yep.
This is a seed where we may not see a flute.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie and say that it's not hard to get into Lower Norfair. Space Jump puts it in logic for our runners. There are multiple different methods they could have used to get up there without it.
Yeah, there is. And I do love seeing Jagger going this way, though. He's gonna opt out of not doing Cockemire, which for him is perfect.
We are going to see that lower Norfair play from Jagger here. And the D-Boost Fireball to boot.
Yeah, but yeah, we are probably seeing Eykir finishing off Meridia, then going down here.
With that microwave beam, that is a very keen play. Earlier, Jagger was up here, did not have any way to get into Botwoon in logic. Could have backdoored it from the Dark World shopping mall, but decided, I'll save it for later.
Yeah.
To answer chat, the red cane was on the Ether tablet.
Yeah. We are not seeing actually. Really, we could have seen microwave beam here for Eykir, but did a very quick fight against Lagoon, and nonetheless.
Did Jagger not finish his Bubble Mountain checks? I notice he doesn't have plasma.
I don't think he did.
Probably routing it right after this, but that does mean we are going to see a Super Missile Ridley fight.
It's fine.
Because that red cane is required and Ether Tablet is in the vicinity. Excuse me, the red cane is required. That's what hurts. Tower of Hair is required, so Jagger is going to be in the area. The problem is, he does not have a Book of Medora.
Something is wrong. He's skipping and going Triso. He's going immediately for Ridley.
I figure he's probably... Oh, what are you thinking? He's banking on finding a flute.
Yeah, he is.
He has put all of his chips down on finding a flute for Mire access.
Yeah, he has.
Problem is, if the flute is not the logical progression for this seed, you could see it rather late.
Yeah, you can see it in GT, even.
If that is so, that is not the wrong call, because it does save you a lot of farming time on Ridley. But you also skip out on Ridley Escape that way.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to do some farming as well, because you do fight against these base pirates here. And oh no, Eykir got grabbed a little bit too far in the middle of the room. Can't use grapple to finish this. No, he was able to get it.
Just barely. So we are seeing some fried shrimp instead of microwave shrimp. GG. Goodbye, Dragon.
I'm not sure which one I like the best, because there are good things to microwaving food, but fried is always going down my belly. Don't know about you.
I do not like putting things in the microwave unless I explicitly have to. But that's just me.
Hey, there are some very good lunch boxes that you put in microwave, okay?
Ridley goes down with an easy 30 supers with 18,000 HP and taking double damage. It is quite easy to just make him... Well, eventually here. We also did see Jagger open up with X Factors once again. Those do 300 damage per particle, so that is the equivalent of 2 supers as well.
Yep.
And a nice clean Ridley fight from Jagger.
Oh, Sano, that sounds amazing. We are gonna see Eykir doing... gonna exit out here and go back to Link to the Past.
And I think I like the call. He realizes he is well, actually, he's as little as one item from go mode right now.
Yeah.
Not knowing what that Mire requirement is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, 2 out of 3 chances that he is in go mode.
Believe that Ridley item was a heart container. Not useless, but not something we want to see.
Yeah. So is Jagger going back to going to Iso, or is he going for Ridley escape? Oh, I like this try here from Jagger, trying to get the speed boost mock ball, and he gets it.
When you do get that speedball, it is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Eykir making the call to go straight for the lava dive.
Yeah, and Jagger making the call to hold off with going to it, so really wants to find that flute. Maybe you can answer that question a little bit better than me.
The trick to getting the ninja pirates to turn gold. I am trying to find the words. You have to be a certain distance to get them to stop throwing things at you, and instead, when they jump and do that drop kick attack, they become vulnerable. They fall to a couple of plasma beam charge shots, or a few supers.
Thank you.
Those other metal pirates, on the other hand, they don't take a lot of damage from much. And those red key hunters even worse. So finding that screw attack early in this seed saves you a lot of time late in this seed.
Yeah. We are seeing Eykir trying to get the gate clip here.
As the true final boss of this game is this green gate.
Yeah, he's very tanky today.
You're shooting just a little early there, and out of supers, he is just going to have to leave that for later, and that is going to cost him a little bit of time to farm.
And he's not going to leave that behind, though. So
oh no, he's going the vanilla route.
Yeah, thank God.
That's our logical access to Mire right now.
Yeah, it is.
So this is a very good call.
It really is. This is the correct call. Because, yeah, so far we have not seen the flute. So, yeah, this is the logical access for Mire.
And without Space Jump, you would not be able to do this. So that means that dip into Meridia, whether you defeated Dragon or not, was required.
Yeah.
Eykir also has Desert Palace to finish out. They can just mirror back from the Mire area and go straight on to Lemelus, which will be a very quick fight with either Silvers or that Gold Sword.
Yeah.
We are going to see Jagger make the same call. A swag net. What a place for that.
That is a beautiful place for that. You're gonna see the charged plasma here.
Lines up on that magic pixel and just goes straight to town. I'd like actually to see Eykir kneel down here to try to get some of those doubles.
It would have been nice, but it might be too much output. But yeah, see, look at Jagger. He is going back there. Oh, if that would have been a flute, that would have been saving grace, kind of a Jagger, because he I don't know, actually. It wouldn't have been bad for him.
There's
God,
the flute on screw.
Ah.
Double logical access to Meyer in the same spot. How dare?
Yeah, in the same room. So it is Bombo. So with that is go mode for Eykir.
Just by glimpsing at that medallion requirement on Misery Meyer, Eykir is officially in go mode as of 2 hours and 23 minutes.
And this is a super bad position for Jagger. Because, yeah, when you skip the book and you don't want to become literate, you are gonna miss out on items.
Yeah, unfortunately, missing out on that book by dropping into the Edekun's pit is going to be Jagger's undoing in this race. Microwaving GT.
Well, there's the first time for everything.
I don't know how that sounds, and unfortunately, it's making me less hungry.
Yeah. It didn't look like it did that much damage, so...
GT's pretty tanky. It takes, I would have to crunch some numbers.
Please crunch them.
Jagger's probably thinking, I am really happy to see this flute, but expect him to look into Super Bunny Cave and Checkerboard Cave before they even think about stepping into Mire.
Yeah. So for the Green Gate clip, but it is for the hard logic. Yeah, but right now we're doing the normal logic, so you don't have to worry about that. Red Cane is locked behind the book at the bomb at the Ether tablet, which Jagger had seen but did not pick up. It's understandable here that Jagger is doing this first. Really wants to find that Red Cane before going into Mr. Meyer, but first you need a big key, Jagger. You can't just go in there waltzing like you own the place.
I mean, you could. That doesn't mean anyone's going to respect it. He sees the small key on the torch. Still going to check that center chest and find the big key and go, well, gee.
Gee, thanks, game.
What kind of a Meyer are we going to see today?
You certainly would hope for a Gunmeyer. No questions about it.
Any runner who's in go mode does not want to be in Misery Meyer any longer than they want to be in any dungeon. Finding the key down here would be a boon. Going on a big key hunt, you start feeling that tap on your shoulder.
Yeah. Well, we have the first small key. And what do we have in the next chest? The second sense of the God Meyer. Come on. Let's see it. It's not gonna be here.
You have that feeling? Oh. We get to see most of Meyer, folks.
Woohoo! Kinda.
Would you consider this downloadable content?
I would call this interactive content.
It's a Meyer version of the big key guessing game.
Yeah. Number 7.
So many keys. And you don't even need them to complete the dungeon.
Nope. Yeah, Eykir really doesn't want to do cutscenes, which is understandable. He's gonna go for the lobby one first. Is he gonna go over to the other one? That is the question.
Does have that extra key, there's no reason not to.
Yeah. At the same time, we are gonna see Jagger go up against Lamolas. Has Fire Rod, should be just and even silver as well if he would choose to go onto it that route.
And
There's
the big key is vanilla.
Yeah.
We get to see the longest cutscene in the game.
Okay, I have my stopwatch.
Huh. I mean, we should have. Well, we're not going to see the one in pod. We know they don't have to go in there. We might see it from Jagger's side if he's still looking for that book. Not that book, the cane. He needs to go get the book.
Yeah.
No, Eykir has not yet gone to Ridley. They went straight into Misery Mire. Oh, getting telefragged by a Wizrobe.
Ouch. Yeah, Eykir has not fighten Ridley yet. He decided to go here first, which is totally the right play to do. So he did find that flute, but he was in the area. Why not do this immediately?
Unfortunately, we know that Super Bunny Cave doesn't have anything for us either.
Yes.
Jagger is going to take the dive into Misery Mire. We're going to find the items in front and go, well, wait, I can't finish this.
Oof.
A little bit healthier for this attempt with Eykir. Once again, getting that push block item. Very nice.
Okay, the timer is on. 17 seconds.
That seemed pretty long to me.
Yeah. It feels like forever when you're racing, though. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if Jagger goes to and finishes off pod. It is a green pen. It is a pendant sword. Mine's like he can't. One thing that's saving him is that he can't do TR, which is of course is the green pendant, and it also has a lot of items, but it's not the item he's looking for. So at least he's saved from that horrible mistake of the play.
Yeah, there is no chance right now that he's going to attempt to try to get all three pendants and blind pull that pedestal. We know that there is simply a missile pack on there. He does not.
However, he does know that it can't be. His Gomite can't be there because, in fact, he's looking for it.
That does mean he's going to check every item in Link to the Past, looking for that red cane.
Yeah. There's still a few things he still has left in Metroid. They are not a lot, but there are some things.
There are a couple things we haven't seen yet. We have not seen Batoon's item. We have not seen Plasma Beam. We have not seen Waterway.
Yeah.
All of those ugly one spot in a million checks.
Yeah.
Silver's making Vitreous a very easy fight here.
It's practically free. Well, Hercules is not quite one in 216 because, yeah, it is not a Metroid item, so it can't be one of those 126. Oh yeah, so Eykir gonna go activate his flute. It will help him get quicker to Eastern, so he can get that crystal, and of course he can just use that to get back to where he was in Metroid.
And I like the call. Quicker movement is going to save you a few minutes in this race. Otherwise, running around a little bit, not so much.
Yeah. Well, the right side is in go mode. The left side missed the book when it fell down into a hole, and that had made the Jagger miss Red Cane from if tablet.
That's a flute to 6 and right back to Lower Norfair, I would imagine. Oh no, he's going to go take care of Eastern.
Yeah, why not? We could potentially, after he had done that, just head up to GT and then wait to Ridley to after. However, it would make sense for him to do Ridley first because that would put him basically by the business center. There could he go out from, so it's hard to say.
Now we have Jagger, fresh from their dip into Misery Mire. They are going to go look around for some other things.
Yeah, first, we are gonna get another instance of 07s in the SAT. Well, the goose is loose.
Both of our runners have our flute and can fly. Getting skull rocked there.
It is at this point to wonder, why is the morph bombs? Dude.
They're probably somewhere weird like plasma.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, they are strictly a luxury item when you have 45 power bombs, as Eykir does, but...
Especially if you have 45 power bombs and also space jump.
Space jump, spring ball... Every item that makes you want to move, you got it.
Oh, Jagger is not having fun with the Gibdos here.
He is going to need to be careful to not take another shot. Or get grabbed by that wall master.
That would have been horrible if you would have been grabbed by it. That would have... You would be... I'm still can't think of the word. Tilted. It's tilted.
Tilted is a good word.
To be fair though, he has half magic, so if he would have been grabbed, he would just took them out probably. Just so he didn't have to think about it anymore.
We get a beautiful quick kill on the Armos Knights from Eykir. 6 arrows, 6 down.
Yep. And that means that be prepared because we might have to start the guessing game if he flews to 1 or saves and quit up to 1.
We're seeing a flute.
Okay, where is he flying? It is a 2, so he's gonna stack up on some potions.
And Jagger does take a death. Or is that a death? No, it was a death. He had 3 hearts coming in here, so getting whacked is not happening.
Yeah. And it is to 6, so he's gonna finish off Ridley first before doing GT.
I feel like that's a pretty smooth play. You go finish Ridley. Yes, you get out at Business Center. You flute right up to GT, and you call it good.
Yeah.
He is going to need to either farm up some supers
He can get some
Or,
here.
yeah, this is a good room for it. Those rippers will drop supers if you need them.
Yeah, guaranteed super drops. And we are gonna see Jagger go into pod, so we can do our scientific experiment.
Now, I seem to not recall how many items we found in pod. I know we know there is a key on the Bolot side.
Yeah, there is a key over there at least. That is one thing we do know. Oh, my son must have escaped because suddenly got very quiet for me.
Oh.
Well, at least I still have the video feed, so it's fine. I have sound again, woohoo! So silvers today were Croc escape.
We just find another rupee pile in that other chest, which means there is an item on King Helmasaur.
Yeah.
Or a key. No, it's an item.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, believe it or not, Croc actually didn't have much for us today.
Yeah. We are gonna see a dip in here to save for Eykir. Just for safety.
So we're seeing Eykir make some quick movement through Lower Norfair. That screw attack that we found earlier makes everything a lot safer than it really looks. And it is as treacherous as it looks.
Oh wow, that was quick. That was quick because I wasn't able to catch how long that was. I was looking at the kid.
I actually completely forgot.
I'm gonna go back and double check it.
Fortunately, getting some of those missiles deflected by the metal pirates here. But easy enough to clean up there. Ooh, just missing one arrow, but otherwise a very good fight of Helmasaur. Very close, but well done by Jagger. I still believe, Hercules, to answer your question, that supers are a higher DPS than Plasma Charge Wave. If you had Ice, on the other hand, it's a very short fight. Something along the lines of 20 shots.
Okay, I have the result.
Oh, what did you find?
It is 17 seconds.
So it just has a reputation for being long, but it's just the anticipation of being done with Misery Mire.
Yeah, it is exactly the same time as Misery Mire.
We are seeing Jagger sit here and pause in thought, thinking, what have I missed? What have I missed?
Yeah.
And we have seen this before in our last race between these two runners.
Yeah, and
we had a miscount.
Yeah, I didn't read it out before in the chat, but there was someone who was talking about having an auto run basically, and that is might well have been for Jagger. Might have just forgotten that, didn't check. Let's go back up to get the book.
To clarify, you cannot microwave Ridley. He does not get pierced by the plasma beam. He in fact absorbs it.
Yeah.
The reason it works on the earlier bosses is because you're not expected to have plasma that early, so such a protection was not coded into Phantoon, Batoon, or Dragon.
Yeah. Oh, he's mirroring. He might have figured it out after looking at... Nope, he's gone back into Eastern. Why not? Finish it off. Just finish it off, dude. While you're here. I don't think... He has actually not beat the Hera yet, so I don't know why he was thinking so much.
He might be trying to ascertain just how many item checks he has not made yet that he can in Logic.
Ah.
So going and taking out Easter, knowing that you're here and it's a crystal, it's a good call. Not having checked Hera yet. It is 2 items. Eykir making his way out of Ridley. Well, out of Ridley's lair, rather. I wouldn't expect him to check anything else on the way out here.
I'm gonna check one thing. Well, I didn't get the information I wanted.
What were you looking for?
I was heading over to JaggerG's stream to see if I can see what track he was using, but he doesn't show it on his stream. I wanted to see if he was using an item tracker or a map tracker, basically.
Something to give him an idea what he's looking for.
Yeah. Ah, okay. Well, that is some inside information from Summer. I guess that's fair enough.
I mean, sometimes you get to a point where you feel you know the games well enough that you don't feel the need to track, and sometimes you just go, well, I keep forgetting things, maybe I should track.
Yeah. Well, we have seen that here for Jagger in these 2 matches, that he should have just had it. But yeah, guys, quick! We are almost forgetting. We have a big key getting game. So somewhere in GT, in one of the 1 to 22 checks, is the big key to GT. Where is it? Type your numbers in the chat.
Do you have a number you like to guess, Angels? Looks like 16 is yours.
I usually guess high, so...
We've seen a lot of seeds lately where it's been early, but that means it could be anywhere.
It means that at one point it's just going to be a high number.
It does mean, by the way, that he is a couple short bosses away from being done.
Yeah. It's all pure execution at this point. Come on, guys, more guesses.
Got 5 guesses in chat. I'm going to go with 11 here myself.
All right. And we are starting in Hope Room. Unfortunately not, Heracles. That is not possible.
Well, I'm not sure if that's commentator's blessing or commentator's curse, but there it is at 1.
It is a commentator's blessing if the commentator is wrong.
That is the 3rd seed in a row I have seen it at 2 or less.
And because also he got the small key actually there as well, he doesn't have to go over to the left side and get that. But yeah, the closest was Silver Bane, who had 8, funny enough.
Yeah, 8 is a little bit more than 1.
Yeah, it's 8 times more.
Hey, we should be a little bit more generous here with our guesses, maybe.
So we basically learned that we are yerks.
Is Jagger doing Spike Cave here? No, Hera.
Yeah, he's gonna be Hera. He has the mirror.
Did he check Spike Cave earlier?
I don't think he has checked that one. So he's probably gonna take it after.
Of course, Jagger is also going to get the unfortunate news in a moment here that the big key to Hera is in the basement. And we are not going to see a Hera pot. We're going to get a coffee break room out of Jagger.
Yeah, why not? He doesn't want to have to risk the item being the big chest.
Now, where was that half magic?
I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I know it was early.
It was something early, and it was something that Jagger checked that Eykir skipped.
Oh, upright to Simon's ship.
Ah, yes, the landing site missiles. Or, it's not missiles, is it?
I think it's missiles.
It might be missiles. I'm trying to remember if it was missiles. You know, it's been so long since I played Vanilla that I just plain forgot.
You want to know a thing?
Yes.
I had never been in Super Metroid or the Vanilla. I only done it in Randomizer.
It took me a very long time to finish Link to the Past. And now I only do Randomizer. You do start learning a lot of stuff when you're in the community, though.
Yeah.
You're going to see that there is a compass in the big chest.
Well, we could have guessed that, to be honest. If half magic was as morph ball, then why doesn't Eykir have it?
Yeah, both of our runners did clear out Retro Bryn, and half magic was not down there. But only Jagger went up to the landing site check.
Yeah.
So that is probably where that was.
Mm-hmm. I do have gold sword for Jagger, and yeah, he has 2 hits, and Troll Dome is down.
Just a dash right through, a dash through Moldorm, then fake him out for the second, and that Moldorm 2 is gone.
Yeah.
There's our powder.
Oh no, now I remember where it was. It was behind Crocomire.
Oh, yeah. Is it the only thing we found behind Crocomire?
Yeah. But yeah, it's time for our favorite geometry wizard. Time for a little geometry test. How good are you at angles?
Oh, that is generous. That is very generous, game.
That is really generous, and this one is not bad either.
All right,
This
now
one's
you're
bad,
getting
though.
into the weird ones. Still getting a beautiful double. That was a 3-cycle agate 2. Well done by Eykir.
Yeah, triple, single, double. Perfect. So, it's time for a little bit of pig. And we have our silverware, and we have our butter.
Sounds delicious. Sign me up.
I don't want it right now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning for me. I don't need that. Oh,
Speaking of butter,
don't give me that health for now. I don't need any more food tips.
yeah, taking a couple whacks from that staff there is going to make the other half of this fight a little treacherous.
Yeah.
Remember, both of our runners skipped the blue mill. They founded sky missiles that wrecked ship.
Yeah. Ooh, Eykir a little bit too far away to be able to get that sword hit in. But guess the next one.
Jagger going back into Super Metroid, probably going to get all the rest of the checks out of Meridia here. Take down a Dragon.
Yeah. And probably second Plasma after.
I would think Plasma, X-Ray, and Waterway.
Yeah.
That's actually, he checked X-Ray earlier, but no, he didn't. He didn't have the space jump or the grapple.
Nope.
We know X-Ray is dead because Eykir did it when they had grapple beam.
Hey, Ganon, look what beautiful silver we have today. Oh, will we get a triple?
A pair of...
Doesn't! That's double, but
there
that is a
it
40.
is. Let's have a single G in chat for Eykir taking down Ganon.
Yeah, he just have to cross the most dangerous gap in the game. So is it just a simple save and quit? After that, we are probably gonna see a soft reset to get back to Samuship, and then it's time for Torian. But yeah, look at Jagger's ammo. He doesn't have a lot of stuff to be able to do this, so he's gonna resort to these sign sparks to do damage to him.
A little bit earlier in a run that might be kind of dangerous. You can chain off of Dragon and take a lot of damage shine sparking. But we're looking at 9 E-tanks, reserves. But why has he not decided to microwave Dragon is the question.
He might have already conceded, but decided to practice. But that would be a weird thing to do right now. Why doesn't he just let himself being grabbed and use grapple?
Well, that's one way to finish a fight.
Yeah. There's so many ways he can defeat Dragon here. Well, he did do it at least, so, and being paid with supers for it. He does need to get back some supers, so thank you, game.
Well, he now has all 4 of the Super Metroid bosses down, so likely the next time he would think about how many supers he has, I would think would be at the ship after he's finished Link to the Past. What he doesn't realize is that's going to be a very tall order. Of course, since we have not seen the Ice Beam, we do have to resort to power bombs to kill these Metroids. It does take a little extra time.
Yeah. Three ones is needed for each of them. And for combined of them. It's a better word. I don't know. There we go. Jagger is collecting the items. I don't think that is exactly what Jagger wanted to do. But
well, to be fair, I don't think he was looking to grab that bottle anyway.
Yeah. Probably.
It's our last Metroid room.
Yep. So is he gonna get baby skip?
That's looking like a no. We're more likely to see a baby skip.
Yep. Oh, what? That was a no. And there we have a heart container. Wonderful.
In spite of it, he'll pick it up anyway. I would have launched a super at it.
Yeah, that seems like an appropriate choice to do.
Now, he does have to kill all the pirates to get out of this room, and he does, with that screw attack making it an easy thing.
Yeah.
We are not going to be seeing a Zeb skip from Eykir, unless they happen to know how to short charge. So we don't know where Ice Beam is.
Yeah. I would presume it is in DT because we did not look a lot in there. Well, Eykir is saving. If it is to make sure so he doesn't send hard stack himself off while doing stand-up glitch, then sure, go for it. We're not seeing the fancy skip today. Well, he has a lot of ammo, so it's fine.
And this much ammo, you plasma wave, charge beam, you're not too worried about whether or not you're going to be able to take down Mother Brain.
Yeah.
Jagger making the call to go back into Norfair.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's going up again.
Yeah, Mother Brain's playing dead for us for a moment, but here she comes.
So the super missiles have been used, so it's time for some plasma beams to the face instead.
There's our first catch-up beam, meaning she is not long for this world. We are going to see what some of these other out-of-the-way locations hold for us.
Well, this one we have seen. And we do not see stand-up glitch. Well, maybe Eykir doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah, it's just a reminder what we're seeing from our runners right now is just a fraction of what they are capable of. Jagger has played a slew of Metroid games across the franchise. Eykir is active in Link to the Past. Give them both a follow.
Yeah. Oh, Jagger is going the right way, but it is a little bit too late.
I still feel like we're going to check Waterway before he thinks about that book.
Yeah, probably. I think he doesn't even, he forgot that he didn't pick it up, and now doesn't remember what it was.
Also want to take this moment to give a little recognition to the group that is sponsoring the prizes for this tournament at rank1.global.
Yeah, they host a lot of different competitions, everything from rank ladders to tournaments. So, you do see the links to our runners in here down below the names. So make sure to go there, and why don't you check out? Maybe there's a tournament that you would like to participate in.
Whether it's a tournament you're looking for, or you just want to see what other games that your favorite runners are playing on the side, rank1.global is the best place to network all of that.
Yes. But with that, Motherbrain is down, so it's just the escape portion.
The only question I have here, Angels, is, does Eykir take the time to see the animals?
9 out of 10 times, I would say no. Because, remember, this is, after all, this is not GDQ. This is a tournament match. I don't think you want to do it here.
In a race? No. Any other time? Yes, please.
Yeah.
Jagger is going to go ahead and finish Super Metroid.
Yeah, why not? He has completed it.
Once again, for those of us who are joining us late here, as Eykir finishes out their run, Jagger has skipped a Book of Bedora. That was it, the Etikun.
Give it up for Eykir in the chat. He is gonna move on to the bracket stage. GG! As he finishes it off with 3:06.21.
Eykir having a very fortunate series of good routing decisions and a lot of dungeon luck that allowed that to be a very smooth seed for them. Well done. And joining us in the chat is Eykir. GG, Eykir, how did you feel about that one?
I felt pretty good about it, actually. I was surprised. There were a bunch of things I was still looking for later, and just fell into my lap, so got lucky a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, it felt, after we saw you get that red cane from Eva Tablet, we knew at that point that this is going to be a very uphill battle for Jagger, because he did see the book. However, he fell down and then forgot about it.
Oh no! Oh, that sucks so much. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember where it was until you just mentioned it. I see you just missing the red cane. I'm like, where was that? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was an interesting place to see a book, and not where a place that you want to leave it behind when you find that red cane on Aether. What was going through your head at that moment?
When I got that, I realized, okay, I have most of what I need for Zelda. I just need probably like 1 or 2 more things for Metroid, Space Jump, or I think I was still missing Gravity at the time. I don't
Yeah.
recall. I got Gravity late. Then Space Jump followed it, and then it's like, okay, am I in Go mode? Maybe. Depends on what Meyer is.
Yeah, the fun thing also with all of that was that Jagger had the gravity suit before even getting the Dark World access.
Yeah, Dark World was a little bit late. I don't remember what we were looking for. The hammer, I think, is what we were missing.
Both hammer and mitts in Wreck Ship.
Yeah, I went to Wreck Ship late. I think it was the last thing I had to do, and so I'm like, oh, I'm probably way behind now. Progression's got to be here. And I left some checks in Wreck Ship, which I wasn't comfortable getting at the time or checking, so I just left them, especially that blue mail. As much as I would like that.
I actually thought you made the play to go into Wreck Ship before Jagger did. Am I wrong on that, Angels?
Yeah, because Jagger picked up that gravity suit pretty early. He did also do a lot of stuff in Meridia before going there.
I don't remember where was Gravity Suit.
It was on the wall on the way down to Krockemeyer.
It was.
Yeah, it was in the wall at the top of Croc Speedway. He took a mock ball early and checked it. You got it logically after you found your speed booster in Cathedral.
Okay, I'll go back and watch the VOD. I really don't remember much of the seed. I tend to do that with these long ones. It's like, okay, I don't remember what happened 2 hours ago. I start getting Gravity late. It's like, I could go do Ridley, but the routing just worked out that I could go halfway to Ridley, do Meyer and Desert. I found the flute like right before that, so it's like, okay, that really works out. I could do Eastern, then do Ridley right into GT. And at that point, I didn't even check anything else. Except to hope that Meyer wasn't Quake.
Well, luckily Meyer was not a Quake. You were able to get in and out and have that all done with. Finding that flute at the back of GT on the screw attack item, at that point you realized you had both logical ways to get in there.
Yeah, I tried the gate glitch, the green one. I'm not sure if that one's doable, but I didn't get it if it is.
Oh, final boss it is.
Glitches are crazy. But I was just hoping, I was glad I had charge for that because if I had to go refill super missiles before taking out the old Chorizo, that would have been big pain and time loss. I lost time in like so many different places that I thought for sure that Jagger was going to beat me. Death and Meyer, missing that gate glitch.
Yeah, we have a connection between both of your matches with the first of all Jagger missing Gravity Suit and now missing the book, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, you notice I checked that skull with big chest and the swamp hell's big chest because I didn't want to lose that way. That would have been kind of ironic if I had that happen. But at that point I was looking too many things, had to be thorough. See, you got the stand-up glitch.
Yeah.
I did hear conjecturing. I don't know any of the glitches to get there, like the stand-up glitch or the... I know like the theory behind the stand-up glitch, but I didn't want to try it in a race I thought was really close.
Yeah, in your mind, he could have finished at any second. You could have been on the way up. You could have basically been by the salmon ship when he came in, for all you know.
Yeah, if he had followed the same route I did, just executed better, and he would easily have beaten me. I think this might be a PB for me. If not close, from the last time I played JaggerG. The only 2 times I've ever sub 310 were against him.
Yeah, well, we have seen some tricks you can practice on up to the brackets. But yeah, what do you think about the tournament so far?
I'm enjoying it. I'm not sure how I feel about being in the 3-person bracket. Less variety of people I'm playing. But and so far it's pretty good. I'm glad the turnout was high, 95 people. I'm just glad to see the community growing. I enjoy this randomizer. a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else you thought that was funny about the seed?
The lack of health early in both games was a little bit daunting. I didn't want to go into wreck ship with only one E-tank and one reserve because I only killed him on one once, and that was difficult. Other than that, it just seemed to flow all right. Thank you very much for the commentary, with you and for the tracker, and for Restream, and for Rank 1 for sponsoring this. Really appreciate that.
And thank you for putting up an amazing performance.
Thanks. I gotta head out and get something to eat now. Good luck to JaggerG on finishing. You can get that. Remember that book.
Let's hope it does.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Take care. Thank you. All right, so we see there that Jagger has G'd Mother Brain and gone through the escape sequence.
Yep. So I'm gonna check at the schedule while we wait here. So coming up in about 30 minutes. It is here on this channel. It is a Link to Past Randomizer League between Seal Double Dippers. That is Pika Pals versus Swagalicious, which is a really spicy match. I'm going on right now over at SpeedGaming. It is another Link to Past Randomizer League. It is there is Kyong versus Zero Rush. And going over right now at SpeedGaming 3 is the Zelda 1 Randomizer Random Percent Tournament between Jay Cooper and Catalan.
If you thought this was crazy, the Zelda 1 randomizer is equally as fun. Give that one a watch as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, looking for tomorrow. Don't see any matches that have been scheduled, but the one match that I hope gets scheduled is Bressingham versus Dante. That is bound to be a good one. That one is at the time slot that we have had, so make sure to keep an eye out if that match can be seen, because that is a good one.
It's looking like we could have as many as 4 races restreamed tomorrow. We will have to wait and see. There is one more rematch scheduled that we may see on one of our SpeedGaming affiliates. That would be Link Force Zero versus Chadrell. Yeah, most of these matches at this point are going to be win, and you're in the brackets. Don't win, and you get to join us on the sideline.
That is fun as well. Well, that was the Shaft 2 players that Jagger checked, so he's not going to be there, and he's moving away from where the book is.
This is really an unfortunate circumstance for Jagger.
Yeah. It must have been the autopilot that stopped him there from getting the book. I wonder where he has left on the map to check, to be honest.
This is curious, because I thought he had cleared out everything down here. Oh,
Pretty
he
sure
never went to
has.
Crocomire.
You know, he has been to Crocomire.
Yes, yeah. Has he?
Yeah, the half magic was down there.
No.
But then he safe scummed it away.
I'm actually thinking the half magic was somewhere else. That door was green, so he has not been down here. We saw
Well,
Eykir down here.
Didn't he?
Well-
How did he save then? Well, that's beautiful. But yeah, I think he soft resetted out from there. This must have been a loss because he's just sitting there.
Yeah, the grapple beam kind of breaks Crocomire.
Yeah, it does. You can't barely see him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was over here.
I know one of our runners checked everything down here and then safe scummed.
Yeah.
Jagger's probably thinking, what did I miss? Did I miss something?
Yeah. Hmm. Well, there's not too much else to say about this seed, unfortunately.
You know, unfortunately, we've seen pretty much everything outside of Turtle Rock at this point.
Yeah, and we are not ever gonna see it either because the red cane.
That would have been a nice speed ball, but the spring ball decided nope.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad when that happens.
On a positive, he does remember that the silvers are up here, and he's going to pick those up. I don't know about you, but I am having a hard time figuring out where else he has left to go.
Same.
Question is he going to end up last locationing the book?
Well, it's more than just last location in the book. It's gonna be. He's probably gonna go through and looking through a lot of different places that he think that he have forgotten about, and this is one of the things that can be really punishing if you are not using a map tracker. And yeah, so yeah, because you're not using a tracker, this is what can happen. You forget about something, you are never gonna remember it again.
Well, this looks like it's on the right track at the very least.
Yeah.
Come on, Jagger, you can do this.
Come on. Well, he's going the right way.
I don't think at this point he doesn't pick up that book. You're 3 hours in, you're literally racking your brain going, what have I skipped? What have I missed? He is going to get that book.
Yeah, he is.
And that's... It's not going to feel good to actually get it and start doing your checks with it. But figuring out the puzzle...
And he just jumps over it. Yeah. Doing one shot against it.
If you think that hurt to watch, just imagine how it's going to feel when he checks the spots that the book requires.
Yeah, that is not gonna be a fun one.
Now, does he prioritize the pedestal? Or does he check the tablets first?
He's gonna prioritize the pedestal because right now in his mind, the book is locking the red cane in, and because the red cane does also lock right now Turtle Rock, so it wouldn't be in his mind to start with. So yeah, he probably reset tablets at this point, depending on which one he starts with. But yeah, he's probably taking that.
And here comes that transit into Link to the Past.
Yeah, the closest one to where he was. Not even gonna fly away. He's gonna seek out Bombo's tablet first.
Yes, unfortunately, chat, that happened. In the previous matchup between Jagger and Eykir, he missed a kind of critical key item.
Yeah.
But he gave us quite a show after Eykir got done.
Mhm.
This is more than just finishing the seed, this is runner's pride at this point. So make sure you give both of these runners a follow once again.
Yeah, absolutely. Do it absolutely to Jagger, he definitely needs it. Yeah, that was unfortunately not the right tablet, only getting another E-tank from it.
But here's the play we were waiting for all game.
Yeah. Got another item on the way.
Doesn't even need those. He's already done with Super Metroid.
Yeah. Well, 3:28:17 go mode for Jagger. And yep, that is appropriate. Let's just blow it up on an extra time.
You know, and I really thought for a moment that Dacto was going to put another...
Yeah, he might have. It was close. But yeah, only has victories. Then he has to get to DT, get the big key from the Hope Room, and then there's only Gauntlet and Gallon left. Does have powder, so could heal up on the anti-fairies here if he felt like he would have needed it.
Does he have powder? I didn't see it in his menu.
Pretty much a lot of other stuff. No, wait, it was in GT, right?
I thought powder was in the validation chest.
Oh yeah, it was. Never mind. Hopefully we see Jagger again next tournament. I want to see him continue to grow.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, he's not going very far either. He will help us out on commentaries with SpeedGaming too.
Yep. This block is not very cooperative.
It's going to be on just that right spot, and you'd think being just on the button would be it, but the way that Samaria block actually puts itself on the ground.
I don't know if this strat works that I'm thinking about, but couldn't you just dash to the left after entering the door and then get the knockback, move down a little bit, and then place the Samaria block? And you get it on the right Y pixel, Y radio. Anyway, time for victorious. And he's gonna have to do it with one heart, but he has silver, so it should be free. Oh, I thought Victor was gonna sort of lay out the electric there. Yeah, there we go. 7 crystals for Jagger.
All he has left now is 1 climb up a tower, 1 fall down a hole, and 1 bacon pit. Well, that's
and he's
just...
being stopped by dead rocks as well.
Now he's going to have to wait for them to unrock to quake them.
Yeah. Okay, we has another chance here to get deadrocked. No, he was able to escape it this time. Almost got deadrocked there.
This is one risky run when going to Turtle Rock, overdoing it through Super Bunny Cave. Dead rocks.
Yeah. They're setting up more possibilities for it, and this one here can be pretty irritating. Yep, deadrocked. Time to bring out the Quake again. That was a little bit too early. Come on, you didn't need to do it there, Jagger. At least you showed us one thing you can do here. If you don't have boots when you're up here and you need Monteferry, you can just do the Quake and the ferry will come out from the bonk rocks.
The only thing that could possibly be a little bit more awkward would be if he decided to route left instead of right.
Yeah, there is so many ways you can route GT, the basement. You can, either you do what has become the like standardized route, where you do Hope Room into left side. We also have the Dark Condition, where you start out on left side and go to the Stafford room. There you mirror and go full right side. There's also of course full right side if there is a small key in Hope Room, or there's the full left side. But it is gonna be forced the right side, so it's gonna get it in either 1 or 2.
1. And the key.
2. Yeah. Also picked the perfect route.
Alright, unfortunately, due to schedule timing constraints, we are not going to be able to get Jagger in for an interview. As
we have been asked to wrap this up, so make sure to head over to Jagger, the Twitch.tv says JaggerG, and give this guy a follow. Oh, he has battled hard to finish this shit, and he has done it.
Well, he grabbed a ferry, but that's not the way you want to see this restream end now, is it?
No, fortunately not. Make also sure to give Eykir a follow as well, and congratulations to him for making it to the bracket stage. Give also our tracker Yet a follow as well. And of course, thanks so much to Serene for doing the restream with me.
And thank you, Angel. It's been a lot of fun.
It has.
And once again, thank you to Rank 1 for helping sponsor this tournament. And to SpeedGaming for the family that allows us to see all of these fantastic runners showcase their abilities in any number of fancy games.
Coming up next here in about 10 minutes is another Link to Past Randomizer League match between CLW and Double Dippers. That is Pika Pals and Swagalicious. See you guys.